Good afternoon, Anna, and hello everyone. I'm Praveen. Me and our team are super excited to introduce our product Woopie, a cool variable carefully designed for primary school going kids. Agenda for today's presentation includes company overview, product overview, business model, product design with a detailed go-to-market strategy with clear financials, and then conclude with a risk mitigation and measure of success. Let's get into it. Company overview. Who we are. We are a passionate and like minded team committed in making kids' safety more efficient and simpler, using innovation as a key driver in a sustainable manner. Our vision Woopie believes in creating an ecosystem which allows kids, parents, and school to be carefree. Our mission Our mission is to combine data and smart technology to make kids more independent for a better future. Our passionate team. UP believes in flat organizational structure. Team includes Praveen, founder and chief technology officer. He has an extensive experience working in telecommunication, financial services, and consulting business across the globe. Alejandro, head of product and strategy. Alejandro specializes across growth and strategy. He comes with a global background with more than 10 years of experience in product design and strategy. Paula, the head of operations, a young dynamic leader, specializes in product development and strategy, handling similar roles in some of the successful startups and large corporates. Cameron, the chief marketing officer and advisory board, he's our marketing guru with a wealth of experience holding senior positions across many corporates across Australia. Zara, the chief financial officer, very passionate executive. She has held many senior positions in hospitality industries across Australia. Our decider. Why are we doing this? And where is the opportunity? Problem statement. Once upon a time, there are approximately 500,000 primary school children across New South Wales who would lose their school transport card on an average 2 times a year. Every time, parents would have to take time off from work to go and fill in form, wait for 2 weeks for the replacement card, pay the transport fee for 2 weeks while they are waiting for the card, which would add up to approximately $300 for each parent on an average per year. Until one day, a company called Woopie decided to create a super cool, affordable variable for primary school kids with some cutting edge features which allows kids, teachers, and parents to be carefree. Because of that, parents are saving more than 90% of their annual lost transport card costs, as well as the kids are getting excited for the new gadget with a lot of value adds, and schools using kids' data help create a better plan. I'll hand over to Alejandro to talk about the product overview and strategy.
Thanks, Praveen. Well, we'll start with the product overview. The idea of Woopie is really simple. To the pure eye, it is a cute and uncomplicated kid digital watch, but behind it, there are years of technological advances that allow kids to safely board public transport without the need of annoying, easy to lose cards. Besides, a parent or tutor can download an application in their smartphone that will allow them to know the exact location of their child while they make their everyday journey to school. So now, how it works? Well, Woopie has as a default setting three main features. The first one, GPS tracking system, which works thanks to a 3G Wi-Fi receiver module which sends up-to-date information to the application. The second, Woopie is able to connect to the school Wi-Fi, which will then send information to the school software and allow class attendance to be monitored. Last but not least, the most essential feature of Woopie is that it can work as a substitute of the Opal card, which means that kids can use the device to pay for their public transport every time they go to school. But that's not all. Additional features can be added to the device with application by making a simple monthly payment of $5, which will grant parents or tutors safety features like SOS that works by tapping the device 5 times, and that the distress signal will be shown in the smartphone with the child's live location, or geofencing, which allows parents or tutors to create a virtual fence around the safe zone, and whenever a child crosses the boundaries, it sets an alarm on the smartphone so they can track the immediate location. Also, a locking mechanism may be added to the device that will ensure that the kids won't take it off during their time in school. Controlled payments to schools, cafeteria, and end-of-the-day activity health tracking can be added to your device also. Now we'll go over the opportunity overview. As a startup, we will only focus in Sydney, which has approximately 492,000 students, from which we targeted only 10% for the first year. Based on a survey made by the Woopie team, we estimated that nearly 2 Opal cards were lost per student each year, and it takes from 10 up to 15 days to replace them. The cost involved for every Opal card lost is around $290. Therefore, we can estimate that the annual opportunity is around $285 million. The competition. Well, there are already companies creating devices with similar functions, although none of them with the ability to tap on public transport. Most of the competitors' devices are uncomfortable or not attractive to the eye. The average cost on this type of devices is $1,000 per year, taking into consideration the device cost plus subscriptions. Now going into the Porter's 5 forces. On threat of new entrants, we have it as medium to high, because low-cost product with integration technology which already exists. The threat of substitutes is medium to high, because there are already existing products which have all features except transport pass integration. The competitor rivalry is medium to high. Currently, no product which provides the same technology is available within the market. The buyer power is potentially high based on market share. Utilization of economies of scale will result in lower COGS. Supplier power is pending licensing agreement we have for the technology. For the pestle, I'm going to briefly explain the most important points. On political, the tax implications for importing goods could negatively impact the cost price of the product. On economic, exchange rates could positively or negatively impact the cost of goods sold of the product importing from China and currency of sales in US dollar. Social, in 2019, there were 3,119,000 children aged between 5 and 14 attending to school. On technological, new technology which has a high potential to be adopted by competitors. On environmental, we have that the bands will be made from silicon, which does not have the ability to be recycled. And that's it for me. I leave you with it, Paola.
Thank you, Alejandro. My name is Paola, and I just want to give you a really quick overview of our business model. So, as you know, our value proposition is the wearables that makes the trip easier for kids going to school. Our key activities will be the app and software development. Our channels are going to be the schools, and the rest will be explained through the slides. How is Woopie going to happen? We established a 5-year implementation plan to start selling the product in 2021 with an objective of becoming Australia-wide by 2024. We have our R&D, partners, manufacturers, marketing and sales, and finance. In the first phase, the company will develop a physical prototype that will be integrated to the Transport of New South Wales system. In addition, the company will negotiate with them a partnership agreement for at least 2-3 years exclusivity on the kids' wearables. Once the prototype is ready and patented, and the Woopie app and software as well, the test batch will arrive into Australia. Agile checks and tests will be done. The website and app will be launched by 2021. The new batch with more wearables will arrive at this and this product will be pushed into the market. As feedback from customers come, the tech team will be doing continuous improvements to the app and the necessary changes to the wearables to meet market requirements. During the same times, partnership with exclusivity with other states around Australia will develop during the years until the company becomes Australia-wide. Products from overseas will be pulled by the demand of the extension of the market penetration. The company warehouse will also be a repair facility by the end of 2021, where the goal of this idea is that Woopie reduce their footprint by inspecting the wearables and avoid e-waste into going to landfill and promote the reuse of the wearables. In another phase, the product will be extended to elderly people with another model and approach. By 2025, the product will be looking for a growth opportunity overseas as a market development strategy in Asia and the United States, countries that use the same technology as Australia. Let's talk about the operation. Because Woopie is under a cost leadership strategy, the wearables will be produced offshore in China, where production costs are lower and most of the smartwatches and bands brands are produced. The OEM will produce our design and use our tech, which will be protected by contracts. They will source all the components for us. Woopie will pay a DAP price. This price is only for the wearables in a batch box, no individual branded packaging, as the company wants to reduce footprint and avoid generating more waste and cost. Woopie will arrange customs and logistics to the warehouse. Once an agreement is done with the school, Woopie will deliver the wearables to them in a box. This box will include the units required, each one with a small brochure printed in recycled paper and nothing else attached. School will resell the wearables to parents as part of the student's uniform to encourage parents to the safe system of tracking their kids and feeling safe of them not losing their transportation car. Woopie, as one of their initiatives is to reduce their footprint, the company has a program where they are encouraged to pass their wearables to younger brothers or other friends if the kid is too old now to keep it wearing it. If any of this option is not available, Woopie encourages them to return it to the school so the school can give it to another student, but if the wearable seems to be not in good conditions anymore, Woopie will have a program where they will recollect the wearable via post or through the school and review if the wearable is fixable, and if it's not, will arrange a safe dispose of the non-useful materials. And now I'm gonna leave you with our marketing guru, Cameron.
That's some amazing work, Paola. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name's Cameron and I look after marketing. I'm here to explain, obviously, how we plan to make Woopie famous. The Woopie team is obsessed with understanding our customers. So we've undertaken some market research to refine our strategy. There are two key findings that I wanted to draw your attention to. In an age of mobile phones, it's easy to assume that all a parent's needs would be met, but our research supports the idea that mobile phones and wearables actually meet different needs. Based on our research, wearable ownership is the same whether a child already has a mobile phone or not. Separately, educators are increasingly worried about the dangerous presence of mobiles in schools. For example, New South Wales has just banned them. We feel that Woopie is a light tech solution that'd help eliminate the need for kids to carry them at all. And it's a solution schools could get behind to create safe, mobile-free communities. Our second finding really focuses on product market fit. Our primary research confirms that Woopie's features really speaks to parents with child safety top of mind. 95% of them expressed an interest in buying a product with the features that we described. 90% of them expressed a willingness to pay at the price we'd set. Importantly, initial interest in the subscription features of 35% far exceeded our business case expectations. This gave us the idea that if we could get a Woopie into schools, we'd have a really good chance at getting traction with parents. Our customer journey mapping helped us identify the friction points and opportunities for all of our stakeholders and to help identify where Woopie could play a role. We had a choice to sell Woopie direct to consumer, but we felt that by building Woopie so that it can be integrated into the school community, we'll have more sustainable adoption in the long run. We call this strategy the ecosystem of benefits, and whilst parents are the principal customer, it's important that Woopie meets the needs of all of its stakeholders. We see Woopie becoming an integral part of school kids' uniforms. We've modelled Woopie customisation in school colours with modest marginal unit costs. We'd also be open to revenue share models that might help create the right incentives for schools. But we're pretty confident about the value we create. There are other benefits for us too. The sales and distribution strategy limits transport costs, helps keep prices low, it erects a natural barrier to entry. By locking schools into the Woopie system, we see sustainable opportunities for growth. Our school-based strategy is also pretty reasonable. Our year one objectives could be met by integrating into only 80 schools. In New South Wales alone, there are 2,200 in total. We believe we've configured our marketing mix for long-term growth. We've got a product that only does what it needs to do. By eliminating unnecessary features, we've also been able to keep the unit cost down. Further to this, we're exploring ways that the device can be donated back to the school to be refurbished. It's a notional deposit. This idea helps reduce electronics waste, it keeps the prices low, but it's also consistent with how parents behave now. They pass uniforms down from older kids to younger kids when they're done with them. Our distribution strategy focuses on schools, which we think is right to get as many Woopies onto as many arms as possible, but also to limit the chance of new entrants. We've assessed our year one marketing budget against industry benchmarks, and a cost per acquisition target of $10.20 is reasonable. I'm passionate about seeing Woopie come to life, so I'm going to let Zara talk to you all about the numbers. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Cam. I hope that you are all as excited as we are about the product, the market, and our team. I am going to run through the risks and our mitigation strategies, our measures of success, and the financials. First and foremost, the risks we face as a business. There are multiple risks, and a comprehensive report will be available to you outlining our mitigation strategies. For the sake of time, I am going to run through just some of the risks identified. The patent. We have filed for a patent and are confident we'll be successful. The patent will cover the tamper-proof design, which will ensure the wearables will be just that, worn. Data privacy. We are spending big on privacy to ensure schools and parents maintain confidence in our brand. We will be ensuring to exceed best practice in this area. GDPR is at the forefront of our strategy. Loss of key employees. We will be offering employee share options for our team to maintain engagement and retention. IP theft will be protected via our strong data solution. We will be investing big in our R&D department to ensure we are always ahead of the curve regarding what our customer needs are. Imitations. We will face imitations. However, we have our pending patent and exclusivity deals in place. In addition to this, as first movers who are passionate about improving school efficiency, child safety, and parent peace of mind, we believe we have the right team who will always be ahead of the game. Horizon plans are already in place for future development of the product and further market penetration. So our measures of success. What does success look like for Woopie? Success to us is a reduction in administrative duties for our hardworking teachers, freeing up more time to focus on education and well-being for our future generations. Success looks like the eradication of child transport passes, which are easily lost and time-consuming and costly to replace. We want to eliminate the need for children to carry cash with them, reducing risk of theft and loss. We want to ensure that if any child is faced in a situation where they do not feel safe, are lost, or even worse, a parent is able to pinpoint their child's location and bring them to safety quickly. And all of this without having to spend exuberant amounts on a wearable. So now we're at the good stuff, the numbers. We are seeking an investor who is interested in partnering with a company that will be worth $37 million in just 5 years' time. This valuation was calculated by our net profits at the end of 2025 with a price to earnings ratio of 2, a value we perceive as very conservative. What we need is $900,000 to fund app development, IT, warehouse rent, payroll, marketing, and the initial inventory order. We want to ensure our investor appreciates our commitment as founders, and I'm happy to inform you that all founders are investing $10,000 each of their own money to get the project off the ground. We are looking at an IPO exit, with our feasibility study indicating that Woopie will be clearing annual net profits of 14 plus million by 2023. Our strategic plan includes implementation of all requirements for IPO to ensure a smooth exit and our forecasted return for investors. Your $900,000 will buy you 24% stake in the company, along with 10 times return at IPO at the end of 2025. Based on our market research, customer segmentation and penetration forecast, we firmly believe that obtaining a 55% market share of 1.5 million customers Australia-wide by 2025 is an achievable goal. We have conducted thorough research with reputable suppliers who have been able to bring our COGS down to 49% in the first year, followed by 5% reductions year on year. The final details will be made available in our business plan. Join Praveen, Paula, Cameron, Alejandro and I in creating an ecosystem which enables improved productivity, safety and well-being for schools, parents and children. We have a diverse, skilled team placing Woopie in a position to succeed from the get-go. We are solving multiple problems which are crucial for educational productivity, child safety and well-being with an easy, low-cost product that we can sell via an ever-growing customer market, schools. Our product development and value proposition are backed by primary and secondary research. We'll have a patented wearable along with exclusivity agreements to mitigate imitation and competitors. Wearables are growing exponentially. I think we can all agree that an affordable child wearable with a tamper-proof locking system that enables elimination of loss of cash and transport cards, reduced administration costs in schools, and child safety is extremely valuable. We strive to create a productive and safe environment for the children of Australia to prosper in their formative years. For a small investment, we can provide you with a 10 times return in 5 years. Invest with Woopie now and be part of something special.